Welcome to Supper Stories. This is a podcast where guests eat nostalgic childhood foods and they share their heartfelt stories of family suppers that shape their culture and who they are today. So today, my guest is Ash. Said hi. Ash,
Hi.
I'm gonna go through your beautiful bio.
Okay.
Ash is the queen of retro gaming. She is a host and entertainer on Twitch, social platforms, and in-person live events. Think of her content vibes as Mr. Rogers of retro gaming, built for adults to reminisce in a familiar and comforting setting. She strives to make retro gaming approachable and fun for all. Her channel is a third space for gaming together. She is known for her massive video game collection and the plushie paradise, which is her wall of gaming themed plushies that feels like a giant claw machine. Absolutely. She will talk to you about the Commodore Amiga, the video game music, RPGs for hours. Ash's motto is there is no secret to success, only strategy. So help me in welcoming Twitch ambassador and co-lead of the Twitch Women's Guild. Ash said hi.
Thank you so much, Velvet. Took me a long time to write that. I've gone through many iterations of knowing how to describe yourself. And the one key thing that I want people to know is that I strive to be authentically me, whether you see me on broadcast or you meet me in person or we do a job together is really important to me. And that's a big reason why this show today, I've been reflecting on what we're doing here today. And I very rarely get to be this descriptive about the things that make me who I am. And I don't get often to share much about my Caribbean heritage. So this is really, truly an honor to be able to share this with you and everyone here today.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy you feel that way because that is the heart and soul of what I would like to share with Supper Stories is really to allow people to just be authentically them. And we get to learn so much more about you as the guest through food and to hear your stories about your upbringing. So I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how did you get, speaking of, for those that are not already familiar with your history, how did you get started in content creation? Like, were you already working in sort of a similar industry?
No. So I always wanted to get into content creation. I didn't know how. Previously, I had been working in the games industry, and that doesn't have a very good work-life balance. You are working sometimes 40, 50, 60 hours a week, depending on what's going on. And also probably would have been a conflict of interest at the time, because I don't think that at that time, the industry, like when you're working like in a professional setting, in like a more corporate structure, that they were open to like sharing things on social media. So I feel like it has definitely evolved over time as it became more commonplace. And so I left that industry and I got a job in a completely different industry, in the fashion industry, actually.
Ooh.
And yeah, it gave me much better work-life balance. When work was over, work was over. And so I was like, oh, I can go home and relax and do things that I want to do. So I thought to myself, now I could get into streaming, but I didn't know how. And I had a friend who was already on Twitch. So I had a Twitch account that I had made to watch them, but I didn't really understand it because I was like, why would I watch people play on games when I'm good at games? Like,
Yeah.
why would I do that? So then I started watching more and trying to experiment with what it would be like to feel like a broadcaster. And then I realized, oh, the magic is in meeting the people. It's in the conversation. It's not just the playing the games part. So then I have a degree in advertising and graphic design. And one thing that I learned in my time at school was your your concept is important, and having a tagline so that people can remember you is important. And that's where the Ash said hi came from, because I wanted to end all my videos with, don't forget to tell your friends Ash said hi,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of where the idea of like the Mr. Rogers vibe, like the very friendly, welcoming, oh, doing this together vibe comes from, like a familiarity, like, oh, we have a common friend and they told me to tell you hello. And I remembered that. So it was about how to make people remember me, but also have a catchy phrase. And also, Ash said hi is an acronym of Ash, ASH, which is my name, Ashley.
Ooh, that's right. That's so smart. I love it. See, this is, guys, this is why Ashad High is a Twitch ambassador and also this year's co-lead of the Twitch Women's Guild, is because she's so passionate about what she does. And not only that, but also helping others, especially the guildies and the Twitch Women's Guild, helping each other uplift one another, and giving out these like tips, to help us succeed and be successful, but yet also have fun here on Twitch as well. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, that is really important to me. One of the aspects, the reason why I applied to become a guild leader was because through everything that I learned through my career, through real experience and observation and getting to know people, I wanted to be able to share that with everyone. So it was important. Like when I was interviewing, I said, one thing that I want to do is create educational content that we're able to share all throughout the year, and be able to provide that in some kind of like recorded form or library or something like that. So that way we could always have that at our fingertips, especially because this information constantly changes, and it's good to, build up something that people can always look back on. So that was important to me, to be able to share all that I know. And it's not going to be correct for everybody. Everybody's going to have different life paths. They're going to have different methods to success. Everybody has different workflows. But if I can share everything that I know, and then people can expand on it in ways that make sense to them or that's right to them, I feel like we add a little bit everywhere we go, then everybody wins from that shared information.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I especially love the fact that about what you just mentioned, um, being able to it's not just about entertaining here, but sharing really useful information to help others as well, and then helping each other succeed. So that's what I really love about your content, but also just about you as like a human being.
It's just, to me, extremely satisfying to see people's growth over time. And in a lot of ways makes me feel emotional that people take this information that we have and go through and share, and then use that to propel their own success. It's really beautiful to see when people do that, and also realize that they belong. We're showing people
Absolutely.
that they belong, and that's very important as well, which is why spaces like the guilds are wonderful and impactful and important. Yeah,
Well
yeah.
said. I couldn't have said it better.
Ah.
I was wondering though, or maybe some of our viewers might be wondering as well, because I see a couple of guildies in the chat here.
Mhm.
Where would you say, I guess, what advice could you give to young women and even women of color looking out to carve out their own path right now? Like, what could they do to maybe uplift their peers? Because I know it's sometimes it feels like it's, or like the idea is to feel like it's so cutthroat. It's me against everyone. It's a zero sum game. And at least for me personally, through the Twitch Women's Guild, you learn very quickly that it's all about community and we
Mhm.
grow together. And that's how we can uplift one another. It is not a zero sum game. And if you want, you'll actually make a bigger impact when we are all helping out one another.
Yeah, that is for certain proven because as the guilds grow and we have more members coming in and learning from others, we see that as they collaborate and as they, learn from each other that they get better. I think if I was to give advice, I would say take up space. Don't apologize for taking up space. Don't apologize for being yourself. And condition yourself because it can be hard, right, to see people win. And then there are times when you're like, everybody around me is doing so many great things and they're winning. What about my slice? There is space for everyone to succeed in, and because we can all take up, different areas, but condition yourself to surround yourself around people who are doing great things and making a good impact and help others to reach where they want to go. And that can be hard because you can be like, well, what about me? Right. And I think eventually, if you continue to do your best and prepare yourself with through practice, through engagement, and through putting yourself out there, things will come to you. So clap for others, help others learn because I started at zero and there were so many people who helped me get to where I am today, whether they helped me learn things in OBS or they collaborated with me or there was an opportunity that maybe wasn't right for them but they passed it to me. There's so much of that in this space that helps us to get to where we are. We have to rely on each other. And like one thing that I really love, an example of something that I really love, there have been a few groups of people who have been partner pushing, but they've been doing it as a group. And normally I would tell people to be careful about partner pushing, but the fact that they did it as a group and they supported each other and did collabs and did stream togethers and all that kind of stuff, I feel like that was a different way of doing it than in the past and a right way of doing it. Not the right way, but a right way of doing it. And that was really beautiful to see to me, you know? So, condition yourself. If it's hard for you to celebrate other people's wins, it's important and you got to do it. And don't apologize for taking up your own space and celebrate your authenticity.
Thank you for that, Ash. I love that. It is sometimes hard when you're a creator on your own and you're like, what about me? Like you said. And I always
Hmm.
tell the community, and I think of the Twitch Women's Guild as we help, like, think of like a wall, and we're trying to like push people over to the, the really greener side, the actual greener side. And you got to lift one person at a time. So once we help this one person go over, we're going to come right back around and carve you open up a door. Now, so many more people can get through and help push others through the wall or the door, or whatever analogy I'm using. But that's the way I see it in my mind, is that, yeah, It really is a powerful thing when you show up for others and you collaborate, and people will
Yeah.
see your authenticity and your desire to help others, and they will think of you when other opportunities that might not be right for them, and they'll push it over
Mm-hmm.
to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And some people need more help than others, right? Some people need more help than others. So, we got to be aware of that. We got to be aware that, our trans friends need help, because there's a lot going on in this world right now. I'm not going to get into anything like too deep, but, there's some people that definitely need to be supported. And sometimes, equality and equity are two different things. And it's important to recognize that and be there for people when it's time for them, like they need our support. So just remember that
Absolutely.
too. Mhm.
Yep. Well
So
said.
yeah,
And like
yeah,
Pepper said, rising tides lifts all boats. That's right.
love that. I love
Now,
that.
I was thinking, should we start off with our beverage?
Oh,
You
yeah,
have your beverage ready
I
as
do.
we're
I
chatting
do.
here?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
let's show them.
um, yes, chat. I told Velvet to get a bottle of Ting. Let me tell you about Ting, okay? This is a sparkling grapefruit soda. And this is a very
Oh, is it
this is
twist
a
off or you have
very
to?
it's twist off. It's
Oh,
twist off from Gatorade to Ting.
oh, it is.
So Ting is something that every Caribbean household is gonna know. This is a Jamaican drink, comes from Jamaica. But everybody's got it. Trinidadian people know it. Vincentian, Barbados, everybody know Ting. So this is a staple. It's delicious. Please try it. Um, cheers.
All right, cheers. Oh,
It is so good. Um,
ooh,
yeah. Chat.
that's
I wish I could
nice.
share it with you all. For real, for real.
Yeah.
So this is very nostalgic to me because it makes me think about when I would go to, like, I don't know, whatever Caribbean shop in New York, ordering some food, you get a bottle of Ting, or you're just having one with your family. Like maybe there's like a function going on. We don't call it parties. There's a function.
Oh,
Okay,
function. Okay.
it's a function. So you go to the function, you go and everybody's dancing, everybody's chilling. The kids are gonna have the Ting. The adults are gonna have something else. Maybe the
Okay.
the hard, the strong rum, or like the red stripe, or like a cat. What they call it's a Carib. That's also a beer.
Uh-huh.
But this is this is a good drink to have, especially at a party or just at your house, you chilling. Yeah. So I love this.
Nice. Do you remember the day that you first tasted this and that you had this as a kid?
Mm, Probably not the exact day, but I remember like my grandfather and I just joking about the name, or my dad. My dad too. He would always be like, "Oh yeah, you got to get a bottle of Ting," and like maybe it was like a stim for us to just say the name,
Uh-huh.
but we
It's
used to
fun to
just.
say, and I'm
It
actually
is fun to
loving
say.
your accent is coming out when we're talking about this, and I love it. I love hearing you say it.
Yeah, so so that's a thing. We just used to joke about the name. There's also, this chat. There's two types of Ting, by the way. There's the pink one and the green one. Now, the green one is the one you see like pretty much everywhere. The pink one, you see, I don't usually see it as much as the green one, but to me, they taste the same. It's like lemonade and pink lemonade. To me, it tastes the same. But I'm sure there's people out there who be like, no, the pink Ting is the better one or whatever. I don't know. To me, it tastes the same. But yeah.
This is really great. Okay, so for this might be sacrilegious for me to say, but just to help the viewers kind of live vicariously through us. To me, as a person that did not grow up with this, so I'm so happy that I'm experiencing this.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as a Sprite, better quality, and like you can taste the grapefruit, but I don't think there's grapefruit in Sprite, and then less less sweet.
Yeah.
So it's
I
it's
think
it's
it's a
like
good.
in that world if you want to vicariously live through us right now.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's
it's
sparkling grapefruit.
sparkling. Yeah, sparkling grapefruit flavored beverage. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, you grew up with Freshka. I would say if you grew up with Freshka, this is
Oh,
similar.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Yes, I would say this is similar. Yeah. So if you wanted to get this for yourself, I mean, I just went to the grocery store. They had it.
Yes.
But if you go to like the Jamaican restaurant, the Trinidadian restaurant, all that stuff, they're always gonna have this. They're gonna have Solo soda. The brand is Solo. They also are gonna have it's like a soda that has like a little cat on it. Let me see if I could get the name of it. Cream soda.
Jules
They're
said
gonna
ginger beer
have
and sorrel, and then
oh yes.
and then
Mm-hmm.
Kim said koala champagne. I actually saw that
Yes.
at the
So
restaurant.
yes. So there's a brand of cola champagne that's called Cola, which is the one you're talking about there. It's like a golden drink. And then there's a brand, it's a Jamaican brand called D&G. And that's the one that I'm very, very also like if you couldn't get this and you could get D&G cream soda, that is also very nostalgic to me. Cream soda and the cola champagne. Now, I can't describe to you what cola champagne tastes like because honestly, I don't know like how to describe it other than it's very sweet soda. It's very sugary soda. But those are the ones that you always see at the restaurant, like behind where they're taking the orders and they got the food, like they always got it on display there. So
Yeah.
those are also things that are very nostalgic to me.
And just like what Ash, because Ash had to coach me in where to get a lot of these things, this is Walmart. I saw this at Walmart, but you go to
Mm-hmm.
like the Latin, it'll just literally say Latin food aisle, like one or the international aisle, depending on what
Yes.
size of Walmart you go to and the grocery store. But most large grocery stores that have that specified Latin or international area will
Yes.
have this.
Yes. Yes. And that's the same aisle
Or like the
I had to go
soda.
to for this. Yeah.
Yeah. The
The
really
international
sugary
section.
fruit.
Yeah.
Like you might want to try different couple areas for this. It might be like the soda or the juice-ish aisle. I walked around. I was like, I'm gonna find this. I'm on a mission. Yeah.
Yes. And it's just so good. Like I think it's super refreshing to have with like, you know, rice and beans and
Oh,
your chicken, your stewed chicken, or maybe you had a patty, or maybe you got some doubles, or you got some roti or something. But to me, this is like peak, that's
yeah.
peak.
I can see that peak summer in New York at a function, family
Yeah.
function.
Yes, a
Got the
function.
huge
Yes.
cookout happening.
Yes. Yes, somebody's like jerking some chicken, or they're making something. They're making something. Roti is I'm telling you, Jules.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Ooh, Jules was
Oh my God.
familiar on top of it.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what is the next thing? I will take your lead. What would you like to
Oh,
tell us about or introduce us to?
okay. Okay. I definitely want us to try the plantain, if that's cool.
Okay, ready.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna I didn't okay, normally chat, I would get a fork to eat this,
I'll
but
do it like you. You're going to use your
I
hands?
don't yeah, I'm gonna use my hands.
Yes,
So we
ma'am. I
have
will
some
do that.
plantain. Yeah. spoilers, I got a beef patty here too, but
Yeah,
I had put it on the same plate.
I know. I wasn't trying to. I was gonna keep the other one secret. So okay, I'll do it like you. I'll do it like you.
I just wanted to show everybody because I should have put it on a separate plate, but then I was like, I wanted it to all stay
Me
warm.
too. Oh, yours
We'll
is so
stay-
much better. Okay, look. See, this is the lesson.
Yeah.
When you get it at a restaurant. Hold on.
So I cooked I cooked the whole plantain. So yours plantain is gonna be a little sweeter than mine because yours is
Yeah.
more ripe than mine.
Okay.
But-
okay.
So it's gonna be good though. So
Okay.
this is very sweet. This is how I like it. Now, there's two ways to cook plantain. This is a sweet plantain. I could have also told Velvet to get the green plantain, and most of the time people boil that, and put it in
Oh.
a stew, or they put it in a soup, or they eat it on the side, like kind of like a baked potato kind of.
Mhm.
But this sweet plantain, you fry it. So I sliced it, heated up some vegetable oil, and then fry it, and it fries very quickly. This took like maybe a minute on each side. Okay, so I'm
That's
gonna.
fast. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this is sweet. This is good. I'm gonna eat
Very
the whole
sweet.
thing.
Yes, ma'am. Was your plantain? Was it the green, or is it? We need to look for like it's pretty much chocolate color.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Oh, so
So-
if it's yellow,
Mm-hmm.
that's good to go. Oh,
So here's what
okay.
you do. Okay, so listen, Jules, you want? I know this is mad good too. So here's what happens when you go into the food aisle. Usually, like, where you get just like where you get bananas and stuff, and you see the section where they have plantains. They're gonna have green ones, and then they're gonna have yellow ones. Now, when you buy the yellow plantain, right? Let it ripe. Like a banana, right? Like, how over days it gets like, it starts to turn black. Let it turn black, because then it's overripe. And then that's how you're going to get the one like you got, where it's really sweet.
Okay.
So then you cut out the skin, and then you slice it up, and then you fry it, a high heat fry.
Okay.
So it cooks quick, and it
And then-
caramelizes.
Yours was still like a golden yellow. Your stage
Yeah.
of plantain. Got it.
Yeah, mine
Got
was
it.
still a little yellow. Although it was getting there, because now if you cook it before it overripes, it's going to be more starchy and less sweet. And some people might like it that way. That's fine. Like some people. So, and then also, if you cook it before it's fully ripe, what you could do, because it'll be more starchy and less sweet, what some people do is or this could be the green plantain that they cook tostones. So this is more like the Puerto Rican Dominican version of it. You fry the green one, and then it's kind of more like a chip. It's kind of more
Yes.
starchy and not sweet. So, but our foods are very, very linked, very similar.
Yeah. My very first experience of this was in with Cuban food. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. You'll
So-
find it in like the Spanish islands. You also find it in African food. Very common. So, and Kim is saying you got to really watch it when you're frying it, because you could burn it real fast if you're not careful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you literally said a minute, and I'm so surprised it's so quick like that.
Now, one thing that I want to point out that's really important. So I'm going to put this down, because I'm just going to eat the whole thing, and then I'll be like, oh my God, why did I do this? So my family is from St. Vincent. Okay. And that's why I'm wearing these earrings. My grandmother actually made these earrings. These
cool.
earrings are the Vincentian flag. You peep the earrings? Yeah, my grandma made them. this is the St. Vincent flag. So for like, colloquial, like we say, if you're from St. Vincent, you're Vincentian.
Oh.
And the reason why this is important, and why I'm bringing this up as we're eating a plantain, and I mentioned that a lot of African foods share share a lot of the same things that we eat is because those peoples created a lot of the culture in the islands. So I want to say uh, either all or most of the islands are colonies. We were colonized. And St. Vincent was a colony of England up until like 1970 something. We only got our independence in the 70s,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And that's why a lot of islands, they have kind of like a British flair to their accent when you really listen to it. You'll hear that in, Trinidadian and Jamaican and Barbados and all that kind of speech. Exactly, Star-Lord. Guyana was colonized too. That's true. Guyana is definitely part of the Caribbean, even though like that's on like the South American landmass. Guyana, French Guyana, Belize, all of those places are definitely considered part of the Caribbean, and Panama and all them places too. So, you know, Island Hispaniola, which is, if you know, half of it is Haiti, the other half is the Dominican Republic. Haiti was colonized by the French, Dominican Republic is colonized by Spain. And then, like some other islands colonized by Spain, some other islands colonized by the French, by the Dutch, which is why you have Dutch language in places like Suriname and things like that. And why they speak a lot of English in like Trinidad and Barbados and St. Vincent and all those places, St. Lucia, because the slave trade brought those people over to that area, right? They use a lot of slave labor for all of the things that they produced on the islands, sugarcane, banana, all the exports like that we had, right? And there's also foods like breadfruit that was brought over from like Asian countries and then planted in the soils in the Caribbean because they flourish, because a lot of the islands in the Caribbean, either like their lands are like volcanic, so they have very fertile soil, or their proximity to the water and all that kind of stuff, right? So, what you'll see in a lot of islands and a lot of places like Trinidad, for example, had a lot of Indian people brought over. Like my grandparents, my great grandparents on my father's side, like my grandmother's parents are from India, right? And then like on my father's side, but his father's side, they is native to the islands, but then also like, the people who colonized, which were from Scotland, right? And Europe and England. Um, so you'll have like people from Africa, you'll have people from India, you'll have people from, even Chinese people were brought over um to Jamaica, right? There's a lot of Chinese people who have Jamaican accents. They've been living there for, a long time, right? So a lot of them brought their food, they brought their music, they brought their culture, which is why all that stuff is mixed into our culture. So when you go to a place like Trinidad and they have tassa music, which is very rooted in Indian culture, they have things like roti and curry, and all of that also expanded to all the other islands. Like when you look at what they call bus up shot, that's literally like Indian roti bread, but like with a mix of like the different spices that we have over here. And yeah, out of many one people, there's so many people mixed in, which is why a lot of our music is very similar to stuff you'll hear in Africa, which is why a lot of our foods, like something, we have a dish called pilau, right? And that's basically like cook up rice and beans and meat. And there's a very similar dish in a lot of African countries that are like this. So it's so many different mixes of peoples that make the Caribbean what it is. And I love celebrating that. I love sharing that with people. And one thing that I really wish is that this was documented more, and I'm seeing more and more people talk about it and document it and share. And when you go to places like in New York, Little Caribbean, which is one of the highest concentrations of Caribbean people outside the Caribbean, you'll find so much richness in the culture that is celebrated there. And that's, my family comes from that area. When my grandparents moved up from St. Vincent and lived, that's kind of where they started their first house and stuff like that. um a lot of Caribbean people, first generation, went there and then built their lives there. So that's another thing that I really love sharing, is that area of Brooklyn is very, very deeply personal and special to me. So if you ever get a chance to go over there and experience, the Caribbean food, the Haitian food, the
Oh,
Trinidadian food, the Jamaican food, you're getting the real authentic people making that stuff and sharing themselves with you. So yeah,
yeah.
I love
And
it.
you
I
and
love
you
it.
have that first generation there that's still alive making the food, and those recipes are still being kept alive today. So
Yeah.
it's Brooklyn area, right? For everybody to know, we need to
Mm-hmm.
see all
Mm-hmm.
of you all ever visiting New York, because I'm gonna be all up in that Brooklyn area, and I'm gonna send you pictures.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you questions. Is it like this? What am I supposed to
Yes,
get?
yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Flatbush, Flatbush.
Oh
There's
yes.
so much that I could tell you about that area. Like, when you go to places like that, and basically it's like, you're living they made it as much home as possible. And that's the thing too.
Yeah.
When you talk to people about, you know, um, where they come from, which island, like, oh, like you came from this island, this island. They don't say, oh, I came from St. Vincent, I came from Barbados. They say home. They call it home. Like, whenever I heard my grandparents talk about if they were ever going back to St. Vincent, they're like, I'm going back home. So that was like a
Yeah.
very normal thing to hear in my head, right? Like, it's funny because as an adult, you heard all these things
Mm.
growing up as a child, and you think, oh, that's just how everybody says it, right? That's just how
Yeah.
everybody thinks of it. But it's not. Like, there's times when I have to catch myself where I'm like, oh, wait, people don't say it like that. So, like, a term that we use a lot is just now. Oh, I'm
Okay.
coming just now. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this thing just now. And you're like, as an adult, I had to really think about that the first time I said it to somebody who was not like of Caribbean heritage. And they're like, what does that mean? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm gonna do it just now. So wait, you mean you already did it? Like, no, I'm coming soon. I'm coming. I'm soon coming. And then you had to really think about all the phrases you use and realize they don't mean what you think they mean. So yeah, I had to think about all those things. So yeah, I know I just went on a tangent, but
Oh,
okay.
I
So
love
like,
it.
when you think about, like, okay, so like in Flatbush and like a lot of areas of Queens and stuff like that, um, they have what's called van drivers. And I learned that in the Caribbean, because there's not like really an official bus system, these islands are tiny, right? And some of them don't even have like working traffic lights and stuff like that. Last time I went to St. Vincent, which I think was in 2007, like they had to turn off the traffic lights because it cost too much for the island to run them.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, it's the dollar vans. Reaper, you already know. You know what I'm about to start talking about. So they would run these vans that would go like similar routes of the bus and stuff like that. And you would just hold out your hand and they would stop for you, and it was $1. And you get in a van and it would take you wherever you want to go. And I used to think that this was a very normal thing. You would just think that that's okay. They operate these everywhere. No. This came from the Caribbean. So these entrepreneurs would create
Yeah.
these vans and just pick people up and drop them off where they want to go, and you pay $1, and that's how you made money, you know? So yeah, the blind turns, I'm telling you.
I was
So
just
like
about
these
to
are,
ask that. I feel like
yeah.
there's a lot of scary situationals, little
Mhm.
situational turns on the islands.
Yes, it's true. Like, especially if you drive like in St. Vincent, the main island, it's on it's a volcano called Mount Soufriere. And a lot of the turns are blind turns, and they don't have guardrails
Oh
everywhere,
my God.
and it's usually only space for one car. So yeah,
That's wild.
it's very wild.
Do you think it's still like that today?
Yes,
Because
I
I
know it's
know a
like
lot of
that still today,
part of the
for
world
sure.
it's like that. And I really, to be honest, I kind of like that, I mean,
You
keep
know,
it.
one thing that I experienced when I went to St. Vincent recently, I really need to go back. It's been too long. 2019 was the last time I went. There was a sense of freeness that you had in being in a place like that, because you're not worrying about all the internet and all that kind of stuff. You really are just living more so in the moment, right?
Yes.
I could walk outside the house, right? And I don't have to go to the grocery store. There's a breadfruit tree in the backyard, lemons, pineapple, banana. And then, okay, maybe you go get a piece of meat somewhere, and then you just pick stuff from your backyard and then you cook it, maybe some rice, and you're good for day, like maybe 2 3 days. You just go in your backyard and pick off whatever fruit or vegetables you want, and people will stop by and drop some things off. That's true. That's true. Also, Jules, tell me your family did this. Y'all send them barrels down to your family? You already know. If you're Caribbean, you know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, what are in these
So,
barrels?
okay, so many every year, yes. So your family, if you have family in the United States, right, especially in these areas I described, Miami, Toronto, New York, have storefronts that feel very like kind of like corner store style, but usually operated by Caribbean people, where you could go and buy a big blue barrel. You buy this, well, you don't buy the barrel to keep, like you kind of rent the barrel,
Yeah.
and then you fill it with whatever, and then you send it to your family, right? Clothes, food, exactly what Kim is saying. So, your family, maybe, like somebody like my grandmother, they will go to a store, department store like Bobby's or the dollar store, and then they will get like things that will travel and last long, like macaroni and cheese, or like, the Kraft macaroni and cheese, or like, cereal, or food, clothes, slippers, whatever you get at the dollar store, clothes you don't wear no more, all of that. And then you send it to your family down there, and then because things are going to be exponentially more expensive because importing to the island is more expensive, and then you send it to them, and you share your wealth. Pretty much, a lot of people, when they come up to the States, they're making money to send back to family. And that's a very regular kind of way to think for me, is like, oh yeah, you make your money and you send it back home. Maybe somebody's building a house. You basically, like, people will save up money to build a house back on the island so that they could go back and retire or have a place to go when they want to go back for a little while.
That sounds like the
So
dream to me. That's beautiful.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
do see a lot of that with the immigrant community.
Mm-hmm.
So with us, with the with me, I get to see the Chinese and the Vietnamese community. So that's exactly what you said. And I know the Hispanic community is like that too. It's all about
Mm-hmm.
making your money here, always sending it back home, taking care of
Mm-hmm.
your own. And then it goes a long way there. So somebody, just like you said, is building a house or sending those barrels. I love that it's a huge thing. But for us, or like when I was growing up, it was all about like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if anybody goes back home, which I love that terminology too. It's like, no, you don't say where you're from. You just say it's home.
Yep.
That really warmed my heart when you said that. When you said your grandmother says home, home is
Yeah.
home. I don't have to like,
Yeah.
specify it's home. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
We would always load the luggage up with like
Mm-hmm.
foods from here,
Mm-hmm.
snacks. It's always about like snacks and foods with us, and then
Mm-hmm.
vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
If we've gone to out of the country,
Mm-hmm.
somebody's mom or auntie is going to be loading up their already preparing an extra suitcase that's empty. So
Yep.
they're going to have an extra suitcase loaded up with all the snacks from overseas to bring back over
Yep.
here. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
when you,
Monzi's dad once sent a car. Wow.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Or like if you go, like somebody's gonna pack food in an aluminum foil.
That's right.
Like,
Yes.
yes, somebody's gonna fry in fish and all kinds of things, and then pack it in the aluminum foil, wrap it, and then send it in your luggage, hoping that they don't try to take it at customs or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. You just brought back a memory. I used to be so embarrassed and I hated that. My
Yeah.
mom would do that to me whenever I would go visit my cousins in a whole nother state. And she would load it up with like Vietnamese hams and all these like other like snacks and goodies or whatever. And I'm like, I can smell these. Everyone's going to be looking at me. I
Yep.
can smell
Yep.
it right now.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Tamarind balls, sugar cake. Not
Should
the
that be
tree
next?
tree. Oh my God, yes. Jules, we got tamarind. I told Velvet to get tamarind. Yes. But hold up. Jules said tree cake. Man,
What is
you
this? I will look
you
this
have
up.
no idea how much you just like connected with my soul right there. Tree cake is like a little tiny, teeny, tiny little fish. And
Okay.
you get a whole bunch of I think it's this, right? It's
I'll pull
like,
up a photo.
yeah.
Or
It's
wait, do
like,
you want to
and
pull it up?
deep
Because
fried.
yeah, you'll probably
Oh,
pull up the correct
lem-
one.
yeah, yeah. Tree cake.
We have something
Tree cake is,
similar like this. I love
yeah.
that.
Oh, I was right. Yes, good. Okay. Yeah, tree. It's like a little teeny, tiny fish, and you deep fry it. It's from St. Vincent. This is exactly what it looks like. This is like so good, Velvet. Oh my God. You just unlocked a memory, Jules. Like I'm telling you.
You want to
Oh
send
my
it to
God.
me?
Yeah, I'm sending it to you.
Okay,
That's what it looks like.
got it. Ooh,
So that they can see on my end too. Man, yo, the fact that you just said that, you just like, I'm like, we're now best friends, Jules. We're best friends now. This is what it looks like. Tree cake. That's what it looks like. I'm showing it on my stream
okay.
so people can see. But yeah, that's what it looks like. It's delicious. It's like a little salty. It's crunchy. Our families are from the same place. Are you serious? I didn't know that about you.
Y'all might be
I'm
cousins.
gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. So it's delicious. It's really, really, really good. Yeah, it's really good. But yeah, it's a little crunchy, a little salty, delicious. It is very possible because the island is so small. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of yes, like a fritter. Yes, very, very much so. Also, saltfish. I love saltfish. I wish I could bring y'all on like a food tour. Man, I will show y'all all the best stuff. So
That'd be
good.
the best.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that. Bread pudding. My grandma saltfish and bakes. Yes. So bakes is kind of okay. You take flour and water, you make it, turn it into a dough, and you fry it.
Ooh.
My grandfather used to make bakes all the time. All the time. And they were mad good, yo.
Yeah. Would they be savory or sweet?
Savory.
Okay.
Salty.
Oh.
Yeah. 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 Saltfish. My grandfather used to make the best saltfish, and it's good to eat with rice.
Yeah.
Also I used to like to you take okra and you stir fry it with the saltfish. Oh my God, it's so good. So delicious. But yeah, y'all just unlock some good memories right there. I
I
threw we
know.
totally threw this off, like, I totally threw the whole conversation off,
No,
but
not
that
at
was
all.
really cool.
I'm mentally noting this. So next time I'm
Yeah.
in the bush area, you know, I'm
Flatbush.
gonna be I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
Flatbush.
looking for
Yeah.
this. I don't know if they're gonna have it, but I need to
Yeah.
try all this. Are you digging in already?
Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the tamarind. I didn't take it yet,
Okay.
but
Okay.
yes, open yours up. Now, sometimes there's a seed in the middle. There might not be, but
Okay.
sometimes there is. You had breadfruit? Oh my god, I love breadfruit. Roasted breadfruit? That's the bomb. How prolific is the use of kidney beans? Yes, you could find kidney beans in rice and beans. They definitely use it for sure.
At first, I did
Definitely.
go to one of those Caribbean corner stores where
Mm-hmm.
she had the plantains laying out on the like a wooden deck type of thing, and then like it was a very very authentic place, but she didn't have this, and then she ran out to me when I was already in the car. Like this is how when you have local places like this is what I love. Like they're just not gonna let it go. Like they really want to try to help you out. She ran out to me, knocked on the window, and she's like, I have the tamarind powder though. That is how you can make it. You can make the tamarind balls that way. I was like, oh, I won't have any time, but thank you though for thinking of
That's
me.
so nice.
Yeah.
That's really cute. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
They're so good. Okay. Go.
Oh, there's the seed.
Mm-hmm. Discard the seed.
Mm-hmm.
But this is good. So, I'd love to hear how you describe the taste.
My we have something like this.
Mm.
I don't know if it's Chinese or Vietnamese, but in my
Mm-hmm.
childhood, something literally just like this. And this particular one that I got from Chef Eric's from Florida,
Mm-hmm.
it's just sugar and tamarind.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Yeah, same as mine.
That's
Mine is
beautiful.
reggae country style brand.
I love it. Your
Oh my god.
face and mouth just starts puckering because it's
Mm-hmm.
tart, so incredibly deliciously just tart. Your mouth is just
Mm-hmm.
salivating, just naturally
Mm-hmm.
salivating, and then it's sweet.
Yeah.
There's really just nothing else that tastes like this. So
Mm-hmm.
the way I was exposed to tamarind was it was through tamarind candy. So
Mm-hmm.
as a kid, but I think tamarind in particularly, I think most people, most of the viewers, you guys will probably have this with Thai food. So if you ever had
Mm-hmm.
actually pad Thai, they use some tamarind in there, but it's going to
Oh.
be that tartness. But this is tart and sweet. Like this is really good. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So what's your memory
I'm
of this?
glad. Oh gosh. Eating this till your mouth is raw when you're a kid. So let me tell you though, because the tamarind fruit, it grows on a tree. That's the tamarind fruit right there. The tamarind fruit is very sour. Okay. Naturally very, very, very sour. Did I notice as a child? Absolutely not. Did somebody trick me into eating the actual tamarind fruit, telling me that it was gonna taste sweet? Absolutely. My cousins, yo, freaking trick me and say, "Oh no, it's good, it's sweet." And I look at them like, man, yo, I could really give you a good hard punch in the face. So so what they do is they take the tamarind fruit and then they coat it in a lot of sugar. And I mean they probably process it in a bunch of other ways
Yeah.
too that I don't know. But when you get the candy version, yes, like I remember getting this, like normally my grandfather would get this like at the supermarket.
Mhm.
You get something like this at a supermarket. Usually it's right next to the register, and it's like, the impulse buy of the candy.
Yep, for all the
Um,
kids.
yep. So in like a Caribbean neighborhood, because where we go to shop like for our groceries and stuff, if you're in like Brooklyn, Flatbush, or Queens or whatever, where there's a lot of Caribbean people, like our supermarkets are going to be different than going to like Publix over here or whatever. Like
Mhm.
they're going to import a lot of stuff from where everybody comes from. So this was just like a regular, like, oh, I just go into the supermarket and have it. And when I went to places that didn't have it, I'll be like, oh, that's y'all are weird. Like, why don't you
Yeah.
have all this stuff?
Yeah.
Where's my ginger tea? Where's my hard dough bread? Where's my, like all the stuff that I'm used to? So, yeah, I remember like my grandparents, my cousins, this is just like something that you have in the house, and everybody just, the kids, because I grew up with my cousins who are very close in age to me.
Mhm.
And, this is the kind of stuff that we ate instead of eating dinner sometimes.
I know. I do love that the seed. You're gonna get like a 60% chance of, or no, probably 80% chance of having a seed. I honestly, because it's as natural as it can be. Then I mean, obviously it's just only the sugar part, but without the sugar, you can't, just like what you the cousins did to you. You can't just like pop this in your mouth. It is way too sour.
Yeah, and I remember my like uncles and my telling me like, oh, Ash, be careful the seed. Don't swallow the seed.
Yeah.
And the first time I had it, I remember like being like, what is a seed? So yeah, I ate it all. Chat, sorry.
What's funny? Oh no, I'm trying to be good right now just because people are watching. This is going to be gone later. Surprisingly, I found this at a big chain grocery store in the Latin American aisle. And then there was like a small little section of like, I saw the mackerel. That is like a Caribbean, a lot of Jamaican stuff. And then you just have to like keep looking and looking. I was like, oh, right there. There's this
There it is.
and a package of like coconut balls. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Coconut,
That the local store didn't have it. And she didn't even know what I was talking about though. She was like, tamarind balls, you show me a picture? And then this is what I Googled. Like this is what I was sort of had like a reference for.
Yeah. Cyber Jules just grabbed some tamarind herself. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I love that. I love that. So yeah, that's very, very, that tamarind, also something that's called quinip. Some places call it different things. So like the Spanish Isles will call it guinepa, but in a lot of the English speaking islands, they call it quinip. And it's, imagine a lychee. It's like a lychee, but
I
it
was
don't
gonna
have the
say
spikes.
the seed reminds me of like a lychee fruit. But I just kind of kept that to myself.
Yeah. Guinip is the best. So guinip is a fruit, right? This is a fruit. Let me see if I can get a picture for you.
Okay.
It's a fruit that grows on a tree, and you crack the skin open, and it has like a fleshy inside, and you eat the outside and you spit away the seed. So guinip. I'm gonna send you the guinip fruit. But it tastes just like lychee. Well, less sweet.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, this is it. That's it right there.
Got it. Okay, yeah. I know I'm looking at the. Is it okay that I pull up a photo with it opened?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get this.
Oh yeah, actually that's a good point. I found a picture that has both guinip and lychee.
Yes, that's the same one.
Guinip.
Same one I'm looking at.
Yeah. Put that one. Yeah. Some people effigy of an avatar says my mom calls it quinip. I call it kinip too. Some people call it kinip, ginip, ganepa, all kinds of names for this. But yeah, it's good. It's very good. It's so good. Are lychee and ginip the same? They're closely related. Oh man, I'm learning. So yeah,
It looks
that's
more of
that.
like a lime exterior
Yeah, it's
almost.
green. Mm-hmm.
There we go, you guys. So Ganip is on
So
the
they can,
left.
yes,
Lychee is right.
yes. So one thing that's very common in Brooklyn and in a lot of these areas where Caribbean people are, like when you go, like you mentioned, go into like the local market storefront. And that's something that's very common, where instead of going to like the grocery store all the time, sometimes you would just go to like the local market and pick up like a couple of things. And then you would have like somebody who is running something like this out the back of like a van, right? Like
Yes.
they will, yeah, like they set up their little temporary thing right on the side of the road, and then they have, you know, knip, and they have, you know, like fruit, strawberry, whatever. And then they also have sugar cane.
Yeah.
And the thing that I love, like I remember the first time my grandfather gave me sugar cane, right? I was like, what is this? Like, what is this? And he's like, just chew it. Just chew it. And you chew it, and it's mad sweet. It's so good, but you gotta be careful because if you eat too much, it could also be, I hope this is the right term, a diuretic. You know, like if you drink too much coffee, you know,
Uh-huh.
those problems you can get there. Yeah, so you gotta be careful. But you chew it. You could also drink the juice. They have like a thing where they grind it and they give you a little juice. But like that was a regular thing for me. Like going, you driving down the street, you see somebody selling this stuff. You're like, oh, let me go get like a bag of nip or a piece of sugar cane or whatever. And you stop and you know you have a little conversation. You buy from the guy and then you go. You know,
Yeah.
and that's less and less becoming a thing, as they crack down on that kind of stuff in those neighborhoods, which kind of makes me feel a little sad, you know, as our neighborhoods are impacted by things like gentrification and, you know, people moving in who don't understand the culture or understand the people who have been there for many years. But that's a different
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you have a lot of
Yeah.
this richness, color
Yeah.
start to disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A little
I know
bit.
what you mean.
But that's why having these conversations are so important, right? That's why we love talking about this kinds of stuff. And, you know, when you go to places like Brooklyn and supporting the local businesses and stuff like that, that makes a huge impact. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing this up.
Yeah, yeah.
What
You
a
know, it's things
memory.
that things that I think about a lot that I don't get to talk about or share with people. So I'm really glad that I'm getting to share this with you today.
Oh, same here. Now, would you like to move on
To our
to
last.
what was on your, oh, that's right, because the other thing that I have, you don't. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to try that first, or do you want to have the beef patty
No, I'll
together?
go with you.
Yeah. So, chats, I asked Velvet to get a beef patty. I have a spicy beef patty.
Okay,
This
great. I
is
don't remember which one is the spicy one. It's going to be a surprise.
yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I kept
yes,
I
that's
kept
awesome.
the labels.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah. I got the exact same brand as you, the Golden Crust one.
perfect. You got the
Yes.
spicy.
Yes. So this right here, every Caribbean people, everybody, I don't care where you from, everybody eat beef patty. Everybody. And if you're wondering how this is made, there's a golden flaky crust. It's like a pastry. It's like a meat pastry. And usually people either have it spicy or not spicy. So, yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Well, we're gonna find out. This is my very first time. So, okay, you guys, Ash gave me a list of foods to procure. as
Mhm.
I'm cutting this open. And she
Mhm.
said beef patty. And to
Mhm.
me, my ignorant brain was like, "You mean like a hamburger patty?" It wasn't until we were talking to each other finally about this because we were just checking our sounds and such, and she said, "Oh, it's this brand, Golden Crust." And I was so scared I wasn't going to be able to find this, but just so you guys know, also Walmart. She told me, she
Mhm.
literally, Ash, walked me through every step. Walmart. And it
Mhm.
really was
Yep.
there. And you have to
Yep.
go, depending on what size Walmart you go to. I was going to get the box. I was like, oh, the box is cute. But I was like, I'm not, this is not going to be, this is too dangerous for me, for
Yeah.
having those two boxes. So I got the single
Yeah.
one. So this was sort of in
Yeah.
I didn't go to large Walmart that night, so it was one of like the smaller ones. It was in the
Mhm.
cooked meat frozen aisle. If you guys want to need a reference for assistance here, so just looked for
Mhm.
or the Latin food again, a Latin food or cooked meat frozen food area. But you gotta look, you gotta scan real
Mhm.
closely to find that
Mhm.
because you might overlook it. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, Livia, it's velvet. Yeah. Yeah. So,
hi, Livia.
yeah, it's really good. So while Velvet is enjoying this, I'm gonna say, because people were asking how do you cook it, I put mine in the oven. You can microwave it when you get the frozen brand. But I typically I put mine in the oven or the air fryer. Um, and this is a good snack. And somebody said to also tell you about cocoa bread. So that's
Ooh,
good, fair
okay.
point. Yeah, you can microwave it or do it in the air fryer.
Or oven.
So I did mine in the oven and it came out just like if I bought it fresh. Yeah.
I did mine air fryer.
Mhm.
Ash
Mhm.
is so much more of a actual cook. Use the real deal oven. Okay.
Okay, you gotta tell me what you think.
Okay. I was just
Mm.
remembering what Jeffrey Sheep said. It was like patty roulette, a roulette. I don't know which I'm
Mhm.
having. I think this is a spicy one,
Mhm.
but it's good. Let me see. Okay. First one was spicy.
Mhm.
What are the spices in this? It's so pleasant. It's just really warm. Not as in
Mhm.
temperature, but it's just perfectly spiced and warm to me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh my God.
Patty's delicious. Okay. So,
It's really flaky.
okay. It's very flaky. So, beef patty, and there's also other varieties too. They look, the flakes are getting all over me. There's people who make vegetarian patties. You could get vegetable patties. You can also get chicken patties. Beef patty is probably the one that everybody know the most. And it is a very flaky crust, minced meat, and they're using the Scotch bonnet pepper to give it that spice, right? That's pretty like much a staple for all of our like foods that have spice in it is the Scotch bonnet pepper. Um, so typically if you were to go to a restaurant and order this, and you get the patty, sometimes people also ask if you want something called cocoa bread. And cocoa bread is basically it's like a little small tiny little loaf. It's very soft. And you wrap the patty in the cocoa bread. You could either eat it together like that, or me, I always ate them separate. I don't know. I just felt I didn't like mixing the patty with bread,
The
so I would
texture.
eat it separate.
Yeah.
Mhm. I'm a texture eater. So another thing that I used to do when I was a kid is I used to separate the flake and just eat the flake like this.
Yes.
I don't know why.
I do
Cocoa
that
bread
with
and
my
patty is
croissants.
yeah. Did you ever stuff your patty? Now, some people, that's a good question, Effigy. Some people will get beef patty, like especially if you go to like a pizzeria or something with cheese. They'll put like mozzarella cheese inside.
Ooh.
Hmm. That's good too.
I didn't realize you could take this to the next level.
Hmm. Oh yeah, some people put like egg, make it a breakfast patty. Yeah, hell yeah. You eat
And
the whole thing.
I forget who said that. It's just because it just the chat left already, but or the message went up. You're right. I do like the spicy one better.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I think I have flake on my mouth. Excuse me. It's not as spicy I was anticipating. It's pleasantly spicy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna still have a very pleasant experience. You're not like sweating and then leaking all over the place from your eyes and your nose trying to finish this out of pain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's really good. Now, I can't guarantee that if you go to a restaurant and get the spicy version that it's gonna be that pleasant. Because
True.
some people, yeah, make it a little spicier. But the store-bought version, yeah, they probably had to be like a test, like, okay, what can the general public handle?
Yeah. So, in your food culture, do you all like to really kick up that heat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would
Mm-hmm.
imagine so, since you mentioned there was like some Indian culture in the mix too. And do
Oh
Africans
yeah.
eat spicy? Do you know?
I am not 100% certain. I want to say yes. I want to say yes from like all my friends that I know. But remember, like Africa is like humongous.
Yeah.
So, but I want to say generally
I do.
yes. Most of the people I know who come from Africa are very like, oh yeah, your food gotta have some spice to it, or at least have a. So what my grandfather did, whenever he cooked a plate of food, he would have a pepper on the side that he would eat some of the food and then bite the pepper, and then eat some more food and then bite the pepper again.
That
Everybody
extra
always had
heat.
like a yes. As a kid, I couldn't deal with it, but
Yeah.
now, or you always have a bottle of pepper sauce. Yeah, you always
Did
had a
your
bottle of pepper sauce. Mhm.
Oh no, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just wondering, did like your grandfather or grandmother, or did you make this growing up with them? Did they ever?
Not not beef patties. We usually used to buy that, but the other foods like pilau and saltfish, dumplings, like soup with dumplings in it.
Yeah.
That's like so when we talk about dumplings, right? And this is another thing I had to learn. The dumplings that Caribbean people make are not the same kind of dumplings like you would find in like, like a Chinese restaurant or something like that. So like our dumplings is like, okay, you make flour and water and then you roll it and then you drop it in the soup. So it's more like a dough that is boiled.
Yeah.
So it's not like a dumpling that has like a filling in it that you eat like those kind of dumplings.
Like
So
I don't know why I'm thinking it's almost like if we want a visual, if like gnocchi. Is that right?
yeah,
So it's just like
yeah,
and then spin it off
yes,
and then boil. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And then
But
how do you
they
have
could
it?
be. So I mean so it's either in a soup or you could boil it and then have it on the side of a dish like with salt fish or some other kind
Like
of
a nice
fish.
carb. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And which you just said like so you can like beef up. That's a great idea. So you're beefing up I'm imagining like an oxtail stew
Yeah,
or something. Oh.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You give it like yeah, like it adds like more because here's the thing, right? When you're growing up in a lot of these places, food is expensive. So
Mm-hmm.
you had to find ways to stay full, right? So that's why making dumplings, that's the thing to fill you up, or rice, or plantain, which is like very cheap, right? Like you could buy 5 plantains for $1.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or like other kinds of what we call provisions. And so that's like things like dasheen, edo, these are roots, right? These are roots that you boil or roast, breadfruit, and a lot of these like starchy tubers. And then we also called like potatoes. When you go to a West Indian household, like when you buy like a russet potato or like a potato, we don't call it potatoes, we call it Irish potatoes. I don't know why that's the distinction, but growing
Uh-huh.
up, that's what I heard. They call those regular potatoes were called Irish potatoes. So yeah,
Yeah.
but those are the ways that you could bulk up the meal. Um, but like oxtail, for example, oxtail is a delicacy. It's actually very expensive.
It is very expensive. I've seen some
Yeah.
like 30, $60 in the like even at the Asian store. We're not talking about the American. Side note, I'm sure Ash would if you all have not picked up the hint here, you can pick up really good groceries from your local ethnic grocery stores. So I know a lot of you all might be near like a H Mart or some of these larger Asian places. Like quick tip, go there to get your oxtails and your
Yep.
and your really good meats for
Hmm.
for for stews. And I don't mean to say like, oh, Asian just because I'm Asian. I'm just saying that because unfortunately the African and Caribbean local markets might be difficult to find or might not be close to your area. But I know in larger cities there will definitely be
Yeah.
like a H Mart or some large
Yeah.
Asian grocery store area. Go there to get it. But I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Oxtail
No,
delicacy.
no, 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 no. But that's true because a lot of times we would be going to like the Caribbean, the Korean stores, or like, the Chinatown, the Chinese markets down there, and get stuff because a lot of that culture is in our food too. So for example, if you go to Guyana, chow mein, that's a dish that they have, and like lo mein and all that. In fact, when I went to the place where I got all this stuff, they had the chow mein and the lo mein and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of mix of that culture as well in there too, which I really love. I really love. In fact, there's this restaurant. It was popular in New York. It was Jamaican Chinese fusion restaurant.
Oh, I love
Very,
that.
very popular to have that kind of fusion because there's a lot of Chinese people that live in Jamaica.
Yeah, I
Oh yeah.
I did not know that until way later in life when I was first
Hmm.
exposed when I was in Miami to Peruvian and Cuban food. And like what you're saying that amazed me was like there's a lot of Chinese people in Peru and I had no idea. And they
Yeah.
have dishes that are like a mix of Chinese and
Yep.
Peruvian food. So I can't
Yep.
wait to
Yeah.
try Jamaican
Star
and
Lord.
Chinese.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Star Lord and WDQ, they're all right too. Guyana too. And one of my favorite dishes from there was that restaurant. I don't know if it's still open anymore, but pepper shrimp. Oh my God. Let me tell you something about pepper shrimp, okay? Oh my God. They take the shrimp and it's like, I don't know the spices they
Yeah.
combine, man. It's just delicious.
Magic.
It's magic. Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh. If you ever go to a restaurant, you see that Jamaican restaurant, they have pepper shrimp. Yo, cop you some.
Okay.
It's good. Good. Yes. Um, but yeah, oxtail is delicious. Whenever you go to a restaurant, like usually that's one of the more expensive things on the menu. Also probably because It's literally the ox's tail. It's a sweet meat. You could cook it savory, but a lot of times when people cook it, it's a bit sweet. But yeah, that's really good too. Oh my God, pepper shrimp almost fell over. Yeah, I'm telling you, yo. I'm telling you. Yes. Um, yeah, yeah. I'm glad I'm
No,
unlocking a lot of good memories for
yeah.
people.
I love seeing that you really are. And then how Jules is unlocked and you might have just discovered a long lost distant cousin.
Telling you, that would make my day.
Yes.
That would make my day. Oh
Speaking of
my
shrimp,
God.
I know you didn't have access to it, but Ash wanted to show you all this. Is this
Yes.
a shrimp one
I
specifically,
think this
or
is a chicken roti. This is a roti. So,
okay,
but, listen up. Listen up. Hold on, I'm gonna hide my camera real quick so y'all can
okay,
see.
okay,
But that roti is you could get it shrimp. That's my favorite. You could also get chicken, you could get goat, you could get beef. So let me tell y'all about roti. And Velvet, were you able to procure yourself some
I sure would.
roti?
This is so heavy. This is abnormally large, right?
Oh
Can you
no,
tell?
let
Is
me
it
tell you
supposed
something.
to be
That's
like this?
normal.
And
Yes.
she asked me, "Do you want the tamarind sauce?" And I was like, "Do you recommend?" Yeah.
Yo, you're mad lucky. Oh my God, that's
Okay.
awesome.
Okay.
So let me
Tell
tell y'all
us.
that. Okay. So roti, traditionally from Guyana, Trinidad, but all the islands have their own version of roti. Imagine like kind of like a burrito. And to simplify it,
Very
imagine a
much.
burrito skin. Yeah. But it's not the same. It's not the same texture. This is actually more airy. It's thinner than that. And
Here, I'll show them.
you put it's delicious. Yes. So usually people eat it with their hand. You rip off a piece of the roti and then you scoop up some, or you could eat it like a burrito, like how you have there. And it's either filled with some kind of meat, or you could get vegetarian, or you could get shrimp. And it's curry. It's in a curry sauce. Which one did you get there? Chicken?
This is chicken. They didn't have the shrimp. I wanted to get that one to honor you, but this is
Mhm,
just the chicken
mhm,
one.
mhm. So yes, you have potato, chickpeas, curry, the meat, and usually there's two kinds. There's probably more kinds, but the two kinds that I am most familiar with is bus up shot and dal puri. And the difference between the two, bus up shot is made with the roti is made with lentils, ground lentils, and bus up shot is made with flour. And how they make it is there's like imagine a flat skillet. It's very very hot, and then you put the dough that's flattened, and then you put it like and flip it. And for the bus up shot one, you take the dough and you have to beat it. You have to pull it apart and beat it like that. You have
Uh
to
huh.
beat it like that. And then it makes it like really soft and flaky and all that kind of stuff. And then you let it rest. And then you fill it with whatever fillings you want. So please
So,
enjoy.
which one is
I
this
can't
one? The first one?
I that to me looks like bus up shot roti, if I had to take a guess.
The one that you beat down or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what it looks like to me. But I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me.
All
Yes.
right. I wish you could. I mean, this we we would have had just our dinner right here. This is way too much. I wish you could have this with me.
I wish. Now, here's what I wanted to also say about that. Whenever you go to a West Indian restaurant, okay, they're not gonna give you one little scoop. They're feeding you like you're their family, okay? They're gonna load it up. You're gonna have like 2 pounds of food in your thing. You're gonna have 3 days worth of food
That's what I'm talking about. And so, if you guys want to
because
look
they
at
know. Yeah.
the texture again,
Yeah.
So this is very different. I thought that when you said roti and like, oh, there's Indian food culture influence, this I have never had. This is
Yeah.
very, very special, you guys. So
Mhm.
it is not what you might be familiar with, that like, oh, Indian food culture that was inspired there and mixed in. And yeah, I see the chickpeas, you're right.
Mhm.
Chickpeas, potato, and the chicken curry. This is pretty decent. But,
Mhm.
I'm not
Mhm.
going to be, and then the tamarind sauce. I'm not going to
Yeah.
be the best judge. We would have to go together to a legit place in Brooklyn
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
compare.
Yeah. Oh, I would love that. Also, you have different like so there's roti and then there's also doubles, which is like a very, very small hand-sized version that's more like a snack.
Ooh.
Um, and that's also good with the tamarind sauce too. But yeah, this is a very, very nostalgic food for me. One of my favorite things to eat whenever I go back to New York, me and my mom, she's like, "Yo, we gotta go to that place to get the roti." There's this one we always go to. Um, and there's an area in Queens that has a really big concentration of Trinidad and Guyanese people that live there. And it's I think I still got some cousins who live over there, and they have like the most amount of restaurants that serve these kinds of foods, and it's good. It's good. It's really, really, really good. Um, so yeah, that it just is. I don't know. I think it was like oh, what I wanted to also say was the curry that we use in the West Indies is very different than like Indian curry in terms of the flavor profile. Like the spices that are used are different. So the flavor
Yep.
profile is a little bit different. So our curry is different, but we do still use curry. So yeah.
Yeah, it's very noticeably special. Like this is not something that I've ever had before. I won't be able to say, "Oh, this reminds me of this Indian." No, this is very, very special. I'm so happy that you
Mhm.
exposed me to this. I had no idea.
Yeah. 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 So if you ever catch yourself in Richmond Hill or Ozone Park in Queens, you're gonna find some of the best roti shops over there. True.
And did you
It's
guys
true.
make this at the house often?
I never did, but my aunt probably did. My aunt was very, very good at cooking. Um, like man, she would make all kinds of stuff, like curry chicken, curry goat. She would make oh the cakes, the black cake. That's something that you get during Christmas time and Thanksgiving. So black cake is basically cake with lots of rum in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we was actually allowed to have it, but
Yeah.
it's like
Wait, you were not allowed to have it? Like the
no,
kids?
no,
It's
because
that
yes,
soaked in
it's
rum.
cooked. Yes, it's soaked in rum. So it was cooked out, but then they would re-soak it
Oh
back.
my god.
Yeah, and it had like pieces of like cherry in it, and oh man, it's really good. Black cake is good. Yeah, she used to make all kinds of stuff, man. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't make it.
That sounds
But she
fun.
did.
Like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
imagining this childhood that you had with your family and like having those functions,
yeah,
and
yeah,
all the food. And I love that you highlighted that when you go to these local mom and pops of ethnic restaurants, you are going to be served like you're part of, I like what you said, part of the family. They're going to give
yeah.
you a heaping load. This is not going to be like a fancy petite size, you
No,
know,
mm-mm,
a sampling.
no. They're gonna tell you, oh, you're here to eat. Like you're gonna get
Yes.
food. And yeah, last time when I was in Brooklyn, my last trip in New York, they definitely loaded up the plate, and I was like, "Yep, I'm home. I'm home. This is great. I love
Oh
it."
God, I wish, piggybacking off of that, and I'm only bringing this up because I just I just never knew. I never knew to go to those areas when I was in New York.
Yeah.
But what I can think of to further elaborate on your point, the beauty of that is I recently saw that like in the Chinatown area of New York, you can go and get like this chicken rice plate thing. It's like they load it up and you're going to be full. You're going to have a very
Mhm.
hearty meal. And it was like only $7.
Yeah.
So that's a quick
Mhm.
tip for you guys. If you're in a dense city like that, or even you should be able to find little cultural areas in your within your hometown. Going explore those places. You're going to get well fed at a
Mhm.
very very decent cost.
Yeah. And you're gonna learn something too. I think that's one of the most beautiful things about traveling is learning about the people and why they make things the certain way that they make them, the flavors that they grew up with, the stories that they tell about their foods. Like, think about holiday times, right? Like, you're gonna make certain foods at certain holiday times because that's either when it was in season or that's what we used to celebrate, right? So, for example, for holidays, my grandmother always made, um, uh, this kind of potato salad that I actually made on stream one time. I did stream myself making it. The Caribbean way of making potato salad, because it's different than regular potato salad that you would buy in, like, the supermarket. Because, like, hers would have, like, peas and egg and all kinds of stuff, and then also, macaroni pie. So people will be like, "What the heck is macaroni pie? What is that?" So it's you make like you bake the macaroni in a ceramic baking dish,
Okay.
and it has like a crispy top. And instead of like regular macaroni and cheese, it's not like that kind of saucy. It's actually a little bit drier, but well, not completely dry, but it's baked. And that's something that a lot of people might be like. It's not necessarily something that you would only get during the holiday times, but I'm nostalgic for it during holiday times because when I went to my grandmother's house for Christmas or for Thanksgiving, those were things that she always had. A macaroni pie at every function. Exactly.
Wait, so how's the
Exactly.
the top? Is there like a crust or anything, or is it just like
Yeah.
big?
Well, you could do it with a crust. My grandmother used to do it with a crust, but not everybody does. So it had like a bunch of cheeses inside. And She used to put like I don't know if it was like a panko or like a breading or something,
Right.
but she did put something like that on top. And then when you cut into it, it had like the inside was soft and the
Yes.
edges were a little chewy. I don't know. I loved it. Let me see if I could get a good picture
Okay,
of it
while
for
you
you.
do that, I'm gonna bring up the
Mhm.
last dish that I have, and unfortunately Ash didn't have access to this. I
Yeah.
actually skipped what you just said. I was like, I'm not gonna put this on the plate because I feel like, why would they have this? Is it because it's Americanized? They're just trying to match the palate of the local American palate here.
Mhm.
But now that you mention that, let me put that on the plate too. That makes sense
Yes.
now.
Yeah. Okay, let me show you. This is what oh yeah, yeah. This is a good example. This is what I'm used to seeing. But let me show y'all chat what macaroni pie look like for me. It's good. It's good. Thank you for listening to my story, by the way, y'all. This is oh man, look at this picture. Oh, it's so good. That's macaroni pie. So like even here it kind of has like a little crust on top. Yo, bah! What's up? How you doing? How you doing? So top tier, I'm telling you right there. It's cheesy and that crust right there, that part right there is like mad chewy and just delicious. That's how your mom makes it? Oh, it's so good. So this is very common to get at like a Jamaican restaurant, um, or like any kind of West Indian restaurant. Um, oh, and whenever you get food at a Jamaican restaurant or any kind of Caribbean restaurant, let's say you get like stew chicken, rice and peas, and the sweet plantain. They're always gonna give you cabbage. They're always gonna give you vegetables because you got to eat your vegetables. Okay, so you can't forget that part. Can't forget that part.
That's the macaroni cake. Oh no,
Yeah,
what? Sorry,
macaroni pie.
pie. Macaroni
Mhm.
pie. Darn it, mine does not look like that.
It's good. It's good.
All right. Well,
Okay,
shall
what
we?
did Velvet get? Yes.
Do you want me to show your picture as well? Was it actually your picture?
Let me see. I
Oh,
want
go
to see how
ahead.
yours looks.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
curious.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I'm like, is Ash gonna approve of this?
Yes.
She
Oh,
said she
that's
ran out of
exact.
something and I wasn't listening because there's so much going on. So she asked me, "Are you okay with the spinach?" I was like, "Okay."
Oh, the cabbage. She
It
ran out
must
of
have been the
cabbage.
cabbage. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you
That's
meant
good too.
the rice and beans. She asked me, "Do you want that or jasmine?" And I said, "Which one is the one to have?" She said, "The rice and beans."
Rice and peas. Yeah. That's what I would have told you to get.
Okay. And then that's how that mac looks, though.
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
perfect.
Okay. I can't believe I didn't
Oh,
include it on the plate. I was like, maybe this place is like Americanized. I don't know.
no. That's it. That's it right there.
And
Yep.
the jerk
We had
chicken.
those same plates. Nice.
Okay.
Oh, Effigy said it could be callaloo, which is true. It could be callaloo is just very much like spinach. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I
Oh no.
wish we can share.
Oh, I would be chowing down. Let me tell you,
Yes.
I would be chowing down.
Okay. Tell us about we sort. I felt like we sort of saved this the best for last because a lot more
Yeah.
people have heard of jerk chicken. Tell us
Yes.
about how this connects with you and
Oh
the
my
photo
gosh.
that you sent to me. Is that the
Yes.
cabbage that you're talking about?
Yes. So that plate right there that you're seeing, that's a very typical thing to get if you were to go to like a West Indian restaurant or if you were to go to somebody's house. The thing that makes this meal is very complex with lots of complex flavors and it's absolutely gorgeous and delicious. Cooking jerk chicken take all day, okay? Cuz you got to have the smoker and this is a meal that the way they prepare the chicken. Usually, Caribbean people prepare their meat 24 hours before. You have to marinate your meat before. And there's a jerk seasoning that you marinate the meat and you clean the meat and then you put it in the seasoning, you let it sit overnight. And then when you smoke the meat in the because usually the jerk thing is like it's like a big iron barrel, and then
Mm-hmm.
you smoke it and you smoke it slow, and it's so good. It's so good.
Oh.
And then the rice and beans, it looks simple, but this is actually also very complex, requiring lots of different spices like thyme and you're using coconut milk and you're using, all kinds of different spices and you're cooking the beans and all of that. And that's also a dish that you don't want to rush this process. You want to cook this slow as well. And the cabbage, you always got to have your vegetables, but my grandmother used to make this as well. And a lot of times, like, for the sake of time, right? Like, we would buy like jerk chicken, but like my grandmother at home, she would like make like stew chicken and all that kind of stuff. But jerk chicken, like sometimes you're just like, oh, man, okay, we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
go to the shop and buy it. But it's nostalgic for me because this is something that these are flavor profiles that you know um make up a lot of the food that we eat, and I have good memories of eating this with my grandparents or eating this with my cousins or going to a party and a function, and these things, like, people bring, like, kind of like a potluck. People bring what they're good at making, and then we
Mm-hmm.
all share. So that's a thing that we often did as well. Like, if you're going to a party, okay, I'm bringing the rice, or I'm bringing the dumplings, or I'm bringing, the cola champagne. Somebody's bringing something.
Yeah.
So that's what it makes me think of, is like going to a friend's house, or going to like someone's birthday party, or going out with friends to like the local restaurant, the local, like in Brooklyn or Queens or whatever, and then having this stuff and then chowing down, and then chilling.
I love that. That simultaneously made me sad, but also so much joy to hear that, because I don't really have access to that right now. So what you mentioned is having your family or friends, like really close loved ones, come together. You're doing the potluck because Auntie so and so, she's real good at this, and then
Mm-hmm.
and then everyone's bringing something, their own specialty.
Mm-hmm.
Now for the tea, let's see.
Exactly.
Do you see sometimes like some of the aunties? They're like, "Oh, I can't believe she bought that. I was gonna bring that. Mine is better."
Yes. Oh, of course. Of course. Oh, them people make that macaroni pie dry, dry, dry.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you're like, oh, oops.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And then
okay.
and then they're all standing in the corner watching how many
Yeah,
people are going to scoop from, A
that
or
person,
B, and then
right? Yep. Oh, she didn't take any of my food. Or like they would do like this,
the
like
highest
my aunt,
offense.
she, yes, yes. My aunt, she would like point at people with her lip, like, watch, watch, over there. She ain't taking my food. Watch them. They're ungrateful. I bring all this
Yes.
food and nobody eating it. Them ungrateful people. And you just like, I'm just gonna stick over here.
Yep.
You
I'm gonna enjoy the
know.
show.
Yup.
Enjoy the
Like
food.
I'm like, oh my, where's my ting? Let me watch. Let
Uh-huh.
me watch. Yup. But yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Duke says they're having Haitian house party flashbacks. That sounds
Flashbacks,
fun.
yeah. Oh my gosh. And then Haitian food too. I didn't even get to touch on that. There's some really I have one of my best friends growing up in high school. She's Haitian, and I remember going to her birthday party and getting like lumbi, black rice. Oh my God, all that good stuff, man. The chicken, everything. So good, so good. Black rice is so good. It's made with like a special mushroom that
Ooh.
makes the rice black, and it's
Ah, man,
delicious.
that sounds so good. That
Yeah,
sounds very savory. Like they
yeah,
say umami too because it's a mushroom.
yes, yes,
All right.
yes.
I will
Which
have
is
to
one of
try
my
this,
favorites. Mhm.
which
Oh
I
yes,
feel so
please do,
terrible.
please do.
Okay. Bon appetit. Or what do
Enjoy.
you guys say? Is there like a phrase
No, I
before
don't.
you
I
eat
don't
or
think so.
anything? Oh, okay.
Just eat. Yeah, just go ahead and yam your food. That's how. So, if anybody is unfamiliar, I have to remember to explain things. When people say yam your food, that's like go like eat. I'm eating my food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see if Ash approves of the texture. Wait,
Oh
there we
yes,
go.
that look good. Mm-hmm.
It is
I
very
would be
smoky.
tearing that up.
Very tender. And again, very special flavor. It's not going to be
Yep.
anything like that you can say, oh, it's like this or like that. No, it's very, very special.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it's smoked. No wonder. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't think I can make this.
Yeah. Let me see if I could. Hold on.
I'll try the rice. Oh, it's peas. It's not beans.
Yeah, it's peas.
That's
It's
exactly
like
what you
pigeon peas.
said.
Yeah, rice and peas. It's like pigeon peas.
You are correct. It's a very complex flavor. It is not simple at all. Yes, Washington. I loved that moment when Ash's accents come out all the time.
Yep.
I did,
Yep.
Jules.
It's true. Yeah,
The macaroni
Jules,
pie.
Velvet got the hookup, yo. I'm very, very, very jealous.
I'll try it. Ooh.
Very, very jealous. That looks mad good, yo. So
Not
that's
too dry.
I sent you a picture of somebody jerking chicken on the street. I'm gonna show it on
Ooh.
my stream. Cause people will just like jerk chicken on the side of the road.
That is a very special flavor.
Yeah, it's really good. So that's what that looks like, chat. You just, you see people doing their thing. They just like jerking some chicken. And then, you buy a little plate with some rice and beans, some rice and peas. That's definitely like a street in Brooklyn. I'm telling you. That's definitely, and this, when I go back to these neighborhoods, when I get a chance to visit, it just very much makes me remember like all the best parts of my youth, It really, really does. It really does. And I'm so glad I got to share this with y'all today. I'm really happy because I don't get to talk about this a lot. And then the other thing too is, and this just passed recently, Labor Day. There's a parade, a Caribbean Day parade in Brooklyn.
Oh.
And on all the different islands, right? There's the carnival. And the purpose of celebrating carnival is like emancipation from slavery and the celebration of our culture and the celebration of all the different parts of like our lore and all of the stories that we tell, right? So when carnival is happening, it's celebration in the street. It's loud music, lots of drinking, lots of eating, lots of just partying out and out in the street. And for most islands, it's usually about a week. And some parts of it do include like religious ceremonies and things like that. And then you also have like the carnival, the mass outfits, which is very beautiful, intricate, and usually is like thematic. Like there's different like schools where each like one has like a theme, and then the music, like the steel pan music and soca and reggae and calypso and all that kind of stuff is played. And there's a smaller celebration of that in New York, Toronto, Miami. They do them in different times of the year, but every year when they did it in Brooklyn, I would go with my grandfather every year and dance and meet up with people and wear your flag colors and meet people from all different islands and stuff. And I went to it every year, and they still do it, and it's really awesome. It's a really fun time. And then one other thing that they do before carnival, the night of like the main event, they have what's called Juve. And Juve is like where you had the after party, the after party. This is the pre-party. This is the pre party. So Juve usually starts sometimes at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and you're partying until 9-10 o'clock in the morning, and then carnival starts, and then you party the rest of the day.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh
so, yeah.
And then for a week, apparently. Celebration.
And for celebration, and they just doing different things. Early morning to close. So, and that's the other thing too. When you go on the Juve and Carnival, do not, unless you're dressing up in your mass outfit, do not wear nice clothes. You're gonna wear the skankiest, messed up, ratty clothes, because we're throwing paint on each other. We're throwing baby oil on each other, powder. We're just like doing all kinds of nonsense. Like that's a part of the celebration. You're throwing paint and all these things on each other. So yeah, don't wear nice clothes.
That sounds fun.
It's very fun.
Man. And they did that in New York, even with the paint throwing and all the throwing
Juve,
of some things.
Yes. Okay. Yes. On a smaller scale, they do Juve. I mean, it's a lot of people. So when I say smaller scale, I just mean like it's for one day. But yes, Juve happens the night before Labor Day, and then Labor Day when they do the main parade.
Oh.
And it's one of the most highly attended events in New York City. But then the most well-known ones on the islands, like Trinidad Carnival is one of the biggest. Barbados Carnival is one of the biggest. And I'm not sure how big Jamaica Carnival is. It's probably big, but St. Vincent Carnival is it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been at least once. So yeah.
That is
They
so
get down.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah.
Ash.
I know I've talked your ear off. We've been
Oh
talking
my
for
God.
2
No,
hours.
I was just worried about your timing. No. I just had some fun-ish questions for you. But
Yeah.
I did want to say that I love how well seasoned you are about your heritage. I mean, just even geographically, you were able to share facts and educate us on all these islands and about the colonization, even the food itself. You're like, okay, this is how you do it. And you know how to make your own food. That to me is so, so lovely and so, so important, and something that I am trying to do for myself. I think with my upbringing, it was totally opposite. So it wasn't as loving. So I think what's happening is like I'm blocking a lot of it out. So I'm like, oh, now I need to learn how to make these like classic foods and really be more familiar with it, with my own culture in that way. As long as I can make it, then that's how I can connect back with it again. So I
Yeah.
just love how you have that and you're able to share, just articulate it so well for us.
I think, yeah. Well, I think connecting on your own terms is really important. That's something that you're highlighting because you're right. Like, I happened to have a good connection with my family and a good family upbringing. And while it wasn't perfect, I am very fortunate in that I had good relationships, right? But there are a lot of people out there who, because of the way Caribbean culture is, did not have good connections with their family because of maybe trauma or, some ideals that are very ingrained because it can be a very heavy on religion, like Christianity and stuff like that, kind of centric existence. And that doesn't, that's not for everybody. So
Yeah.
I have to recognize that. But I think in the sense of I was able to have families that weren't that ingrained in some of those things, like our connection was pretty strong in the sense that I got to learn more about my family through cooking with them,
That's
right?
right.
So for example, like my grandmother that I mentioned, her mother and father were from India. She taught me, oh, Ash, this is how you make dal, for example. And when I grew up, I always just thought dal was something that Caribbean people made. And then as I went to high school and stuff like that and met people who were actually from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and all that stuff, like, nah, dal is like a regular thing in their household too. And then I started connecting the dots. But the important thing is that I was like, well, why is my family have so many different mixes of culture? And then through asking them questions, like I would talk to my grandfather, my father's side and my mother's side and be like, well, where do we get our last name from? Where do we get
Wow.
this food culture from? And knowing the family tree and the family history and all those things and why they know these recipes and why, we do certain things the way that we do them, you start to learn all of those things. And there were some things that I did have to learn in adulthood. And there were some things that I did, just know as a kid. But I think as an adult, understanding and appreciating um who my family are, and why some of the things are important to them, and maybe their place with, and not just food and things like that, like music too. It helped inform it helped to inform me about who I am. So I'm really fortunate in that way, but also my own travel as well taught me a lot too. Like being able to go to St. Vincent or to Barbados or to wherever and then seeing how people live and
Yeah.
what their experience is of the world helped me to figure out, well, this is important to learn. This is important to learn because their experience is so much different than my experience as somebody who lived in America and was born in America. So, yeah.
Did you go to St. Vincent back by yourself, or did you go with like a family or a friend or anything?
Yeah, I went with my grandmother the last time I
Oh,
was there, and
uh-huh.
I stayed with an uncle. But at the time, my great grandmother was still alive, and that was the
Wow.
reason why we went,
Right,
was to go see
right.
her.
To
Hmm.
be able to see her in time. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm.
Are your
Hmm.
grandparents still with us?
I have one grandmother left. She's the only one I got. She's a big gamer too. She called me the other day talking
Wait.
about, yes, she called me the other day talking about, I'm stuck in Paper Mario. What do I do at this section?
I love that.
Yes, I'm
What?
telling you.
Who
Hmm.
introduced her to this?
I think she asked me to buy her a DS one day, and I got it for her. And she was obsessed. She loved Mario. She loves him.
How does she even
Loves him.
know? Like be exposed to know about.
So,
Was it
I
through
mean,
you?
yeah,
Yeah.
through me. Yeah,
I
through me.
love that. I knew it.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Oh
I
my
lived with
god.
her for a long time. So I had all these things, and she would be like, "Oh, give me a DS." Because when she would go to work, she was an avid reader. She loved
Yeah.
reading, you know, mystery novels and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes she was like, "Oh, sometimes I get bored of a book. Can I get a DS?" And so I gave her a DS, and then that was it.
I love that she said that. Oh my god. I'm like
Yeah, yeah,
living vicariously through you. I'm like, I love her already.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
she
She's the
sounds
best.
very open-minded and progressive. Sorry,
Yeah.
that was my
Oh yeah.
glove sound.
Oh yeah. No, she
Wow.
definitely is. She has a Switch. In fact, I should probably call her to tell her about the Nintendo Direct that happened yesterday because there's a new Yoshi game and she's gonna
Uh-oh.
want to know. She's gonna want to
Ooh,
know.
I
Yeah.
love this. Is she living on her own right now or she has someone
Oh
with
no,
her?
no, yeah, no, she lives with my family.
Okay.
And yeah, she lives with my family. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, she's got people looking out for her.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah.
I was gonna say, so this is not her only enrichment, even though that's a good one. Like I
Mm-mm.
feel like a lot
No,
more senior citizens, if they had that,
yeah.
that would help with their mind to keep them to slow the progression down. If you know
Yeah.
Alzheimer or dementia.
Yeah. No, like I said, she made these earrings. She's
Yeah,
constantly making jewelry.
I
She
love
makes
it.
me jewelry all the time. She also loves making like cards. So every birthday, Christmas, Easter, I'm always getting a card that she personally made for me, which I have all in my art room.
Uh huh.
So yeah, no, no, no. She's very, very, very active. I called her like a few days ago. So yeah, no. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just making bread pudding, or I'm making this, or I'm making that." So yeah,
That's
yeah.
so lovely. I'm so happy to hear that.
Hmm.
And this is what this is all about. Like I'm realizing more and more to more people that I talk to, people like you, Ash, that are so generous with your time and sharing your story and your culture with us. Like I am learning more and more why I'm doing this.
Hmm. Hmm.
Is to be able to step inside other people's loving families or like cultures, and I'm literally living vicariously through you. Like I'm quickly living through all the lives that you or the time that you had with your family and through all these foods and you sharing this with us. This is what it's all about. But my very very selfish reason is that is that because hopefully one day a like a loving like a for me my most favorite food for whatever reason is soul food. I know because I think I have this affinity towards like black families is that grandmother figure that like you had that they're big and beautiful and loud and they're not afraid of like expressing but they're firm, they tell you the truth, but it's always with love. Like that's
Mhm.
sort of what it all encompasses to me. So anyway, it's like one day I'm going to be invited. Darn it, I'm going to be invited to a cookout. I want to go to someone's cookout and live this.
Yes.
A
Yes.
function in your case.
Yes. Function. Yes. You're gonna go. Yeah. And I understand, grandmothers are usually very much the matriarch, right? Like they're usually the ones in charge telling everybody, like, hey man, I lived through all this stuff and you're not gonna wanna well, I'm not always gonna be here to tell you the easy things, but I'm gonna tell you the things that I experienced, the right things. So yeah, um, I see it. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get invited. You're gonna have all the
Yeah.
good food. You're gonna have good stories to tell.
Yeah.
And next time, if we're ever both in New York, I'm taking you to all the places that I grew up, and we'll experience some food together because that would be
Yes, please.
fantastic.
That will be a dream come true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, final fun
Yes.
questions, I suppose, because it's all food
Yeah.
related. But what
Yeah.
would your, maybe now, like, what is your staple Sunday supper? What's going to be on the table for us?
Oof. Okay. Definitely rice and peas. Definitely stewed chicken. Definitely gonna have some roti bread. Definitely gonna have some kalaloo, and definitely gonna have macaroni pie, and gonna have some the cabbage. Definitely, I think that's gonna be a well-rounded meal. Yeah, for sure,
I love
for sure,
that.
for sure. Yeah,
Um,
and then for
yes.
dessert,
Yeah.
you're gonna for dessert you're gonna have um some you're gonna have currant roll, which is amazing. It's this flaky like crispy, like imagine like a not really like a cinnamon roll, like imagine like it's I don't know how to describe it. It's delicious though. It's got fruit in it and it's delicious.
Ooh.
And we're definitely gonna have some sorrel, which Jules brought up, which is a drink.
Uh-huh.
Or peanut punch. Peanut punch is
Peanut
mad good.
punch.
Yeah. Yeah. Next time you go to that Jamaican restaurant, ask them if they got peanut
Okay.
punch.
I was expecting you to say we're going to have some of that black cake
Oh
sauce
yeah, black cake
drenched in
too.
rum
Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah,
that
the
we can
rum.
finally have now.
Yeah, we can finally have it. Yo, strong rum, Caribbean strong rum is no joke, man.
Oh,
Let
really?
me tell you. That's no joke. But yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we had a Bobby sighting.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah, Bobby
let's
is here. Mm-hmm.
how do I frame this question? Okay. What do you think Bobby would cook for you if she could cook? She's like, this is what my human is gonna eat.
Oh, I think
Or
Bobby.
if
Mhm.
Bobby became human, like embodied human for like a day, what would you two eat together? I don't know, whichever is the funner question.
Oh, if Bobby became human for a day, I would definitely have her try some pepper shrimp and shrimp roti with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. Because I think she would love the shrimps. I think she would love the shrimps for sure. And some plantains for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Because she
Yeah.
doesn't really eat human food, right? She's not
No, she does
interested.
not beg for. Nope, she doesn't beg for people food. She's a good kitty.
Yeah. And I guess the final question is, what is your final meal? What is the last must-have treat or meal. And it could be like a multitude of things, because our time is, our bodies are like, peace out, we're about to return to the loving source. Or maybe it's because we live long enough to where we can transfer our consciousness to like a robotic body, and like, we can't experience food anymore. So whatever scenario you want to imagine, but what would your final be?
Oh my gosh. I think if I could have my grandmother's like chicken and rice and dal again, that would probably be it.
Yeah.
Specifically from her, because that was like comfort food. So that would be the one thing that I would want to have.
Yeah. I'm like crying inside. That's so lovely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I miss that. I miss that because it's not just the food. It's also about the time that represented, right? The warmth of the house, the warmth of being in their presence, and like having that, especially during the holiday time, it was a security that you just can't replicate, because once those people are gone, they're gone. And that kind of like security and the warmth of being in their presence is just something that I think about. And when you're able to have that food again with them, it brings it back to life. So that's what I would think.
Yeah. And then I guess the silver lining of that is that you'll be that same comfort and memory and that security, like the security blanket for others in your life. And I know you
Yeah.
are already that for a lot of us.
That's a good thought. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's actually a really nice thing to think about.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for this. You really highlighted a point that if you really want to learn more about someone or their story, maybe it is a family member or maybe it is a stranger at, what we were saying, visiting your local ethnic restaurant and popping in and getting to know like the mom or the grandma that runs the joint, that has especially with Chinese restaurant, the kids are over there doing their homework. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Sharing a meal with them so you can appreciate where they come from and exploring that, and then they can share their stories with you. So this has been super lovely. Thank you for bringing us together through food. So I do want to say that being part of the Twitch Women's Guild and like just even here on Twitch, to be able to even be exposed to you and the guilds and all the lovely, lovely creators that are there that we've met. Like, I know this sounds silly, but I never knew that a community like this could exist. Like, for me, I logically know, well, yeah, if you like photography or if you like golf or something, you have a community, or if you like CrossFit. But I just never felt like I wanted to, I don't know, put myself out there because I'm super shy and introverted as my baseline, like outside of this. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I think a lot of the other guildies have shared that it's very much the same for them as well. Like here, because it's just us and the camera. And then for me, I can feel like I'm free. I'm wearing no mask. I'm the fullest, silliest, most creative version of me here. But then when I'm outside, like, wait a second. My upbringing is like, be demure. Don't speak. Be quiet, be small. But I have, because of the ladies now, the women, everyone in the guild, like what you said earlier, take up space. It's okay. You're not being rude. You're, you deserve to be heard if you have something to say. So Just wanted to say that the guild is a very, very lovely community, and I'm really lucky to be part of it.
I agree. I often think about the impact that we have by existing. And it makes me feel happy that people have that comfort, that safety, and that camaraderie in the guild. And I am also happy to be a part of it in any capacity that I can be a part of it. And yes, continue to take up space and continue to be your authentic self and know that you belong. So I'm glad. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for having me.
Oh my
Thank you for
goodness.
allowing me to take up all of your time. Thanks for going out and buying all of these foods and experiencing a part of who I am as a human being and all of the things that make me me. Um, it's really an honor to be able to share that with you and everybody here in chat and anybody who watches the VOD, because these are the things that make me me, you know? Hey, thank you. Diomedes, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Wow. But yeah, thank you for that. Thank you so much for inviting me into your space and sharing your time with me. This has been one of the best collabs ever. Seriously.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. This has been my actual honor, and I'm so, so grateful to have you, that you would even entertain me in this idea to do this with me. But truly,
Okay.
I like everything that we tasted here today. I have never tasted anything similar to this. So I'm so happy that, like, truly, truly so happy that you exposed me to this. This is part one. Part two is when we go to New York.
Yes.
The real deal.
Yes. Yes. And then I'll take you to a West Indian party and then we go dancing. We play some soca music. Yeah.
Yes.